Now, with that Google thing, like you just said, here's another topic for you that you might not know about, might not be on your radar yet. Google, which owns YouTube, is doing all this disinformation stuff, and they're rolling out a new program right now that is literally removing stuff from the internet. Yeah. And when you search, I watched this whole video yesterday, and they've already got their videos and their animation for it. But you look up something on the vaccine, and it doesn't give you what you're looking for. It says it redirects you someplace completely different, and it will not give you a lot of things that you look for. They're cleansing, they're cleansing Google, which also is Yahoo, which also is now. I still see people like DuckDuckGo doesn't keep your register. No, it just doesn't keep it where your wife can see it. It's still, they fucking have it. DuckDuckGo is literally showing you the same shit Google is now.
I'm pretty sure Google is now hosting websites.
Yes.
So they can just turn off the website.
Yes.
If they don't like what it says.
And they just remove it from their browser.
Yeah.
From their search engines. But it's instead, when you're looking for the COVID stuff, right? It's like they give you this little animation thing they make you watch. Like some people are conspiracy theorists, and they use terms like vaccine injuries. They're just rewriting the facts, right? They're cleansing the internet. So be aware that's coming, and it's coming very heavy. If you want to see it, Tim Pool had a 30-minute video on this yesterday, I believe, about it too.
What bugs me about there's a commercial that runs on YouTube all the time. Now, we can't say anything on YouTube about it at all unless they'll demonetize it. But this commercial runs in front of everything that I watch, and it says some people get COVID-19 and some people get it really bad.
Yeah.
Meaning those are the only two people in the world, you know? Like, there isn't anybody that hasn't gotten it, you know?
Well,
by this point, there probably isn't.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what I mean? Like, they're just saying it's a vaccine commercial. And if you don't get vaccine, then you're going to go to the hospital.
That's just saying COVID earlier or right now will demonetize this video, but I don't think these videos are monetized.
We do, but we never get anything because
it's private and there's not any viewers. There wouldn't be. You have for you guys that don't know, it's 100. It's every 1,000 views is 1 penny. I think that's what it was.
And it's based on the length of the video too, because like our shorts. I mean, some of our shorts have fractions of a penny, and they have thousands of views on them.
So we have thousands of fractions of pennies.
Yeah.
I looked up the other day Satoshis, and it was a Satoshi because somebody's like, "Why are you not on Fountain? You hate money, right?" Jack says that shit. Yeah. So, but Jack's saying it's funny, right? He does it to prod people to, perform. But I looked it up, and a Satoshi was 2,000 Satoshis is 1 penny, I think is what it was, something like that.
Yeah.
Video I sent got deleted. Okay, so I don't know if I answered your question there, but I said a lot of words. Jeremy Wilson, no question this week. Someone else turn. Thanks for the Thunderdome. Right on, Jeremy. Evan Dixon, a tale of two comments. This is going to be long. I already know it. I already made a video about this. I posted about our upcoming 2-day radio operator courses in Camden, Tennessee, and Ocala, Florida. Holy shit, there's fucking commas in here.
It's Evan.
Tennessee, in Camden, Tennessee, and Ocala, Florida, in a tactical comms group on Facebook. I would like to be in the tactical comms group. You should put me in there. I promise you I will not last. They will remove me, but it'll be fun for a couple days. I had lots of likes and only 2 commenters. That's because they're in the group with Tactical. They all think they've got everything, man. What could you possibly do for them? The first bulked at $500 price and gave his lengthy resume on how much more he has learned by being a Ham Club member for only $30 per year. I'm sure he gets all the pussy, man. I'll bet that motherfucker.
He probably wears Crocs.
He's got Crocs. He probably chews gum. He probably wears Crocs with socks. I'll bet she lives with his mom, eating mayonnaise sandwiches.
Cheeto dick.
As I like to do, I engaged him with assertiveness and wit, but was not nasty. The second asked if I'd be willing to offer the course in Georgia. He even followed up with an email. He had already secured a location to host the class, and was more concerned about the maximum number of students I'd accept than the price. Because he believes in himself. He knows he can fill that venue, and he's looking at dollars. He's looking at dollars.
Well, and it's important.
Yeah, that's the deal, man. The guy talking shit never does. Like, I promise you, go look at that dude's page. He doesn't have anything fucking on his social media that makes it look like I'd like to hang out with this motherfucker. I thought the contrast was really entertaining and speaks volumes about the type of interactions public-facing businesses deal with. I'm learning to monetize the haters without getting dragged down to their level or letting them steal my energy. The only negative response I get the only negative responses, see, there was an S there. The only negative responses I get have been about price. They love to tell me they can do it cheaper on their own. I think I must be doing something right. Yeah, you are, Evan. You know you are. I did $30,000 in sales from October to December.
Fuck yeah.
And have a goal of $120,000. That's too low. Your goal's not high enough. You've already done, what'd you say, October to December? So in a quarter, you did 30, and you plan to do the same thing. Evan, you better fucking fix yourself. 30,000 times 4 is 120.
Yeah.
You're not planning to have any growth?
250.
Yeah, fucking 250, buddy.
Aim for the fucking stars.
Thank you for believing and supporting what I'm doing. It's because you're doing good shit, man. It's because you're doing good shit. Aldrim Duramax. Is that your last name, or do you have a Duramax truck? I
would assume his last name is Aldrim, and then he has a Duramax. That's my assumption.
Maybe. What is that? That's a Chevy, right?
Duramax?
I don't know. I'm not into diesels, so I don't know.
You might know this other thing. It's called a 7.3. 5.9?
I don't know what it is.
You a 5.9 girl?
Isn't Duramax
I'm only,
Ford? Like,
I'm only 410.
The brand?
The Excursion's a 6.0. Duramax it's Chevy.
Is it Chevy?
Yeah, GMC Chevy.
What's the brand that it's like Ford parts made by Ford, but they're not called Ford? Isn't it something like Duramax?
I don't know. It's probably fucking all of them. They're all from Mexico.
Yeah, it's like if you need to replace like a button in your Ford, you could get this brand, and it's like sanctioned through Ford.
Oh, so do you know who owns Lamborghini?
Is it Audi?
Volkswagen.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
And when you look across the platforms, there are several parts in all of those cars
that look
the exact same part number that are in the Lamborghinis.
Yeah. The steering wheel. I was watching. Do you guys know what a striker car is? It's a handmade car.
The off-road car?
No. It's a supercar, and like it's got exposed linkage for the shifting, and
I do not.
It looks like a boat, and it's a super nice car. Ed Bolian he bought Missy Elliott's, and he did a thing on it, and it autoplayed.
I thought he bought Missy Elliott's one of her Lamborghinis.
He probably did that too. Okay. He's the he's the car guy in Atlanta, so he
Marcialago guy.
But the girls saw it, and I was like, well, let's look at these because they're really cool. To import them into America, they have a handmade steering wheel and all this stuff. It's got to have an airbag. So they put a Volkswagen steering wheel on it. They make it look fancy, but you can tell that that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
You know?
But I mean, if you look at like the Volkswagens are nice.
Yeah, I like them.
Like I say that, just because it surprises people.
Yeah.
But Volkswagens are nice. Like it used to be. I don't know if it's still the case, but like in San Diego, like in Mira Mesa, where the Porsche dealership was, right next door was an Audi, and right next door was a Volkswagen. Mm-hmm. Because when you wanted to have a Porsche dealership, you first had to have a Volkswagen and then an Audi dealership in order to open a Porsche dealership.
So when I was in high school, on my walls, I had Lamborghini Countaches and I had Volkswagen Cabriolets.
Oh, of course.
Did you have the poster said decisions?
No, but
with all the different cars on it. Love the videos, love the podcast, but can we get a microphone for whoever is in the audience? Because I can barely hear Scully in the back, and he usually has really good things to contribute to the conversation.
Was he ever here? When we
No,
were...
this dude's a soup sandwich.
Oh.
Thank you for your participation. Cobra Kyle again here. Hey, y'all. John, I'm sure you've answered this a million times, but how did you get into sewing and finding that you were passionate about making the gear you do? You tell him.
That's a good story. I wasn't there for that part. Sorry.
Give them what you know.
I don't remember. It was you were going to go in the Navy, and then you didn't. Something about your cousin. and then you were going to gun shows, and you were friends with a guy that was making gear, and you sold all of his gear, and then you took all these pre-orders, and he is like, I'm about to leave, so you're going to have to figure out how to make the gear, and you got a sewing machine, and it took him like 3 weeks to come and teach you how to change the bobbin and change the needle, and it just kind of went from there.
That's pretty good.
I've heard the story a few times, so...
Say it again.
I've never heard that you wanted to go in the Navy, and that's very surprising to me because you don't have the Navy personality. You've got like a Marine personality or
he wanted to go to Buds.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. But like just a regular Navy man, like they're like Ben, like they're partiers and they're goofy and stuff.
Yeah, he's not a seaman.
Yeah.
Not all of them though. I mean, those are the ones. That's kind of the Hollywood version of it, and I mean nowadays that's the guys you see. But like, I had never even drank alcohol.
That's what I mean. Like
till shit, I don't even know when. Like, when we go to Vegas, I'd have a margarita with half a shot of tequila and stuff like that. But never more than one.
Like, really together, he had never been drunk.
I never drank any alcohol in California. When we moved here, I didn't drink for fucking years and years and years. And then it was, I would make a margarita without tequila.
Yeah.
So just make like a fucking slushy thing, you know? Mm-hmm.
I drove him to drink. Not really.
What plans are there for another piece of land? Would you like to stay in Camden? I want to do both. Yes, I want to get some more land around here. Yes, we are going to buy some property someplace else also. I don't know exactly what that looks like, and I think that especially for the last few years, I've been shooting too low. So yes, we are going to. Modern Day Pioneer. Hi, John and Amanda. Thank you for answering my quail question last time. The cool thing about quail, you can pull their heads off. Like, it's hard. I've never been able to like grab a chicken. I've tried to pull a chicken's head off.
He has tried.
But it doesn't, but a
You
quail,
gotta swing them.
but a quail, you can completely pull its head off. And for dudes, and I'll read the rest of your question in a minute. This is not on your radar because it's just not been your thing, right? If you look at oddities, it's everywhere, right? You have poverty mindset, and you have business mindset, and you have abundance mindset. And a lot of these people in these oddities groups, you see it especially. I'm in this fucking group. What's it? Moody Maximalism. And the maximalist, what's it called? Maximalist design.
Yeah, I don't remember.
They're the most prolific group. I'm like, I want to get on. Like, there's good shit. There's 10% of the shit is just fucking awesome. It's maximalism, right? That's chateaus, castles, like to the max. And then there's motherfuckers in there that are like, when this dude bought this chateau in Canada where he wanted to live, and he figured out how to
fucking awesome.
He figured out how to make this his business, and he uses it as an event place, right? People come in and shoot wedding photos. They have weddings there. Amazing.
He's also an antique dealer.
He's an antique dealer. Fucking, I think he's a rock star. I mean,
he looks like a rock star.
Like, just super neat, right? And he's figured out how to monetize this. So he shows up in this group, and people are like, I don't follow rich ass motherfuckers. And you look at this cunt, you look at her picture, and she's living in like a room in somebody else's apartment. You're in the maximal. Like, where did you think you were? But it's the same in the oddities group, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you have available? What's for sale right now for $20? My friend started a group called High End Oddities, right? And everything in there listed, it has to be super rare, it has to be authentic, and most of it starts at $1,000. Like, there's not dudes selling bones and bugs and little vials and shit. But that's it. So where I'm going with this thing is with these with a quail head. When you breast out your quail, the heads pop right off. You can take the head of the quail and put them in a dehydrator and mummify them. You can also freeze dry them. You can do the same with chicken heads. So while you have all your chicken heads, if you chop those off, instead of throwing them away or giving them to your dogs, if you put them on your freeze-dry tray, we just saw them all sold out for $45 a piece.
Yeah, for a chicken head.
How many chicken heads could we put in the freeze-dryer in a load?
Oh,
50? Probably-ish.
Oh, you could probably, yeah. I mean, at least.
We just
75,
saw
80.
these things. I mean, they blew out in 10 minutes. They were gone because they're $45. It's something unique. You could also take those things once you freeze dry them and dip them in gold paint, or do whatever. Put lipstick on their beaks and make them look silly and shit. People will buy that shit. Like I've said for a long time, animals are worth more dead than they are alive. The parts of animals. You see tons of something that sells especially fast is cats and puppies. Like when they give birth and they're stillborn, I question oftentimes whether that's actually what happened to the dog, because there are so many of them. But you could pick up roadkill and process those and fucking sell them, and people will buy that shit up. They sell for a couple $100 a piece for a dead fucking cat.
I've never thought of that. I always thought that it would have to be like with a story or an old, something like.
So make up a
Make
story.
it up.
Yeah, that's true.
There's this. They call them gaffs, right? Okay, so Fiji mermaids and stuff like that.
Shrunken heads.
The sideshow stuff. Well, there were dudes that would. The sideshow would pass it as real, and if you want to see any of like the Americana, like the original shit, it's in the Ripley's museums, and there's a lot of them around the United States. One of them is in Chattanooga. No, it's in Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. But it's neat. Anyways, they make these gaffs, which is like baby alien or baby vampire babies. There's people making these silicone dolls. You could not tell that those things are not real, like maybe until you pick it up and the temperature's wrong. I mean, they look absolutely, they could take a picture of your newborn baby and make a baby doll out of this thing. Yep. But they make these gaffs, like they're called pickled punks, and they have a mold and they make a silicone fetus, like a newborn baby, but they put them in jars. Now in some states, a lot of that stuff changes hands, and a lot of it is, 100 years old. It was, from colleges and hospitals, and they were teaching items, right? And they're in jars, or formaldehyde. But they sell this shit out, man. You can buy this stuff. It trades hands. I don't remember where I was going with that, but
You were talking about it was
the quail heads.
The gaffs. So there's this dude that makes these fairies and these gnomes and stuff, and he has this crazy story, and people like, that can't be true. He goes, no, it's a story that I've made up with this. This isn't a real item. But these guys are so good. There's a dude in France that I buy stuff from, and he does replica pieces of mummies, Egyptian stuff. They are fucking spot on. Like when you buy these things, they're 1-to-1 scale. They look real. He puts them in a shipping box. He's got the straw packing material. It's got the stamps on there as though it had come across on a steamliner, on the Titanic or whatever. Like, he is so fucking good. He does not charge enough for these things. And you would look at those. People do look at them, and I have to tell them. I'm like, hey, that's not real. Do not fucking go tell anybody that this is real, because I don't need somebody coming here and questioning about the stuff that I have. They are that authentic. And people don't realize that a lot of stuff in museum, number one, if it's real, it was stolen from somewhere. And number two, most of it's fake.
Yep.
Most of it's fake.
They keep the real shit in the safes.
Well, the real shit's in fucking rich guys' collections, sitting in their living rooms. Hi, John and Amanda. Thank you for answering my question. Quail last time. I shared that video with my wife. She thought comparing people that raise quail to people that drive electric cars was pretty funny. Thank you. I love seeing a smile on her face. How many chickens do you put in each one of the dog kennels in the wintertime? It gets pretty cool here in Ohio, and I'm kind of chilly right now. I just felt a breeze. We have our chickens in coops, and I'm wanting to switch to the kennel setup like what y'all have, and I'm not sure if 20 chickens we have will be enough to stay warm in the kennel.
If you put straw around it,
yeah, we use the tarps. We use a 10 by 10 kennel. The tartar kennels, if you're buying kennels, the tartar kennels are the best. We've stopped using tartar kennels. Tractor Supply sells a chicken coop that looks like the tartar kennel. It's gray and it's got that like metallic kind of powder coat to it, but it's got a roof on it. That's why it's important. The quality of the kennel is not as good as a tartar. It doesn't even hold a comparison. But that roof, when you put your tarp over there, the tarps last fucking damn near, a year compared to what we used to put a tarp on, and we get 18 months. We buy a pack of 2 from Costco. I still think that's the best deal. But the tarps don't last. They last maybe 6 months if you're lucky now. We used to take and put the tarp on super tight across the flat roof, because there was no roof. And then we'd take a 4x4 and push it up to kind of circus tent it. Worked forever. It doesn't work anymore because the tarps aren't as good. So now Josh, chef, put some 2x4s up and then put a 2x6 across it. And that worked as a beam, and that preserved the tarp somewhat. We just had our tarp on well enough during this last storm a month ago. It actually snapped the 2x6 in half, like broke that motherfucker. Shit. And it wasn't laying flat. It was a 2x6, and it snapped it the structurally strong way. But these kennels from Tractor Supply they're better because it gives you a full roof. Wire mesh roof, and it's welded. It's like a dog kennel weld. It's not chain link. It's not some bullshit. And the 10x12 tarp will come down probably 60% of the sides, 40% of the back. You can just fill it in with straw. You could put whatever there. If you had some old lumber or something, you could put it in there and screw through from the inside. It's for wind, really. During the winter, we typically will bring birds up right as we're going into winter, and I'll have 60 birds in there, but I do that for stocking density like ridiculously high for heat. I think you'd be fine doing it with 20 birds. You could even kind of compartmentalize part of where their roosts are. You could put something right there to kind of block the wind if you needed to. But I was just watching a video by Curtis Stone. If you don't know who that is, he's got some great content, urban farmer, but he's not urban anymore. When the CUFIS started, they bought hundreds of acres of property in very, very rural Canada, 100% off the grid. And you can watch videos of them breaking ground and building all their solar arrays and everything. And he's been running his chickens, and he's got, looks like 3 feet of snow on the ground. And he's running a caterpillar tunnel, a row house, like what we have here from Farmers Friends. And his is, I think he was running 10 by 20 feet maybe. I don't know. It's in there. You can find the video. It's recent, a couple days ago, a week ago. And he lets his chickens out in there all day. So, because they don't like the snow, some of them. They'll go out in the snow. But this is just mulch. So he's got wood chips down in there. They're in there, which means they're getting sunlight because it's daylight out. And then he has just a little fenced area that runs into his chicken coop. And his coop, he goes through how he built it. His coop's not even big. I think he's got 20 birds in the coop. And he's saying he doesn't want a closed up coop. He wants it completely open on the front, like wire mesh. He said because when your birds, the humidity is what makes them sick. So if you get them humidity, they'll actually get hypothermia. And he's like, so they just get in there, they get close, they shiver up, and then you see a chicken like puffs itself up. That's the loftiness, right? That's you ever have like a comforter, and your comforter's really nice, and then your woman goes and washes it, and then puts it back on, and you're like, why am I burning up? It's because the comforter's been lofted up. And that's what chickens do also.
I don't do that anymore.
So
I learned to just fold it.
I think what you'll find is that there's not a wrong way. Last year, it was cold. We had a lot of snow last year. I did a lot of filming out in the snow. We had more snow than we've had ever then, right? I was out. There was a lot of snow. This year, we were 30 degrees colder. We'd had some snow, but not nearly the depth. I didn't do shit for them rabbits and chickens. We put the straw bales down. We switched everything during the freezes to rubber water bowls. And that's a big thing. If you go to Tractor Supply and buy your rubber water bowls, because when it's frozen, you can just pop it out And if it won't come out, you can just kind of step on it with your foot. It'll pop right out, and then you can just put your water in there. Now, we keep our water in stock tanks. And I was even taking the blocks of ice out of like the cement trays for the dogs that would freeze. And I was putting the frozen blocks of chunks, I mean big blocks of ice, back in the stock tank so that I didn't have to haul water back up because our water line froze up to the top. So every week I would have to haul, I don't know, 12 buckets of water probably. I always pre-stage everything, right? If I know we got ice coming, I make sure the water while it's flowing, everything's topped off, and I always have way more water than I need. But the point is I didn't add straw. We didn't put straw in the rabbits when it was snowing. I didn't even put tarps over the rabbit cages. And I've got, 30 feet of rabbit cages, a couple rows. Like last year, we tarped it and put straw in there. And then there's a video, and you see me and the kid out there pressure washing these rabbit cages out because the straw got in there, and then they poop and pee on it. It becomes like concrete. It is a mess, and it's smashed down,
compressed
around that wire, so it's impossible to get that out with that rabbit fur in there. It makes it very structurally sound. This year, I was just saving up the feed bags, and I put them over the cages and just put, whatever was on top to weight them. But we didn't, they weren't covered. There was areas of the cage where the rabbit could get in a nest box completely out of the snow, and I'd go out there and the rabbit's sitting in the snow. Like, it doesn't faze them.
Yeah, they don't care.
It really doesn't. We didn't lose any animals too cold this year, and we did way less than we've ever done. Now, we had some roosters that were out because I have that movable chicken tractor, that real nice aluminum TIG welded one. And we had 50 birds in there to start with. And that company really, I ordered all hens, and I ordered 2 roosters of each type, but half those birds when they grew up turned out to be roosters. So I've got 30 roosters that are literally raping the shit out of these birds in this pen, to include they keep mounting these turkeys, and the turkeys are like worn out. They can't even breed them, but they're mounting them. So I just started grabbing roosters. Every couple of days I'd grab a few of them, which is a fight in this confined area, and grab them and just throw them out. So when we knew the snow was coming, we moved the chicken tractor from the bottom of the paddock up towards where the dog runs and everything are, just so I didn't have to go over there. If the snow was deep and it did come and we got a lot, I didn't have to go. Well, those roosters were staying outside of that chicken tractor and just roosting around there. There was like some pine slabs from the sawmill that had cut out there, and I moved the chicken tractor and I assumed that those roosters would make their way up. Well, it starts snowing. It's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, Cody, I need a hand here. Like, those roosters were just sitting out there in the snow. So
Stupid.
Cody and I, from 12 o'clock to almost 1 o'clock, 2 hours, we're out there. We were able to grab a few of these things, and then we got some nets, and we netted a bunch of them, and we put them in a dog kennel with a cover over it, but no real insulation. But we had straw in there and some pallets and stuff kind of to block the wind. So we threw about 20 of these things in there. There's still several running around that we never did catch, and they're there now outside of the wire, outside of the cages. And their combs frostbit. So their combs, where they would be normally 1.5 inches, 2 inches tall, they turned black, and they have now fallen off. So they got frostbite. But those things are still huge, dominant. They've got all their tail feathers. You know the undominants because the others pull their tail feathers out.
I was gonna say just the fact that they survived.
But they did survive without and what I was saying is there's probably 8 inches, 10 inches of snow out there.
Yeah.
It was enough that we were out there insulated, and me and Cody were cold. Like, we were stopping every couple minutes to put our hands inside pockets, and it was really cold, but it didn't faze them birds. Not one bit. They didn't have access to water. Like, everything was frozen. They were eating snow or whatever they were eating. And I was like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker as soon as I went and grabbed a pellet. I'm like, I can't shoot this thing with a pellet rifle. I don't want to feed pellets to the dogs, right? And I just never did bring a BB gun outside. So they're out there. They're huge, man. I'm about to give.
They're all broken. They literally crow all day long.
It's because they're crowing. It's dominance.
Yeah.
So I'm about to give all those barred rocks. Holy shit, dude. You think those ones in that cage are big? I've got 3 that made it into one of the normal chicken runs. Mm-hmm. There's a rooster and 2 hens in there. That thing bumps into you. It'll literally knock you. It is the most, yeah, they are huge. I'll bet it's a 20-pound. I'll bet it's a 20-pound chicken.
Yeah.
When we were talking about the combat cock, I was thinking about how it's ironic that now you have so many roosters that want to fight, so they're like combat cocks,
yeah.
you know? And
take that, and keep that in mind, guys. How often have you heard, oh, Cornish crosses, you know, you want to process them at 10, 12, 16, and you do. You right?
do.
That's, and because it's probably more tender when it's smaller. You can't get a freezer bag. Like when we went to process our Cornish crosses,
the first time,
probably at 20 weeks, we ordered extra large chicken bags. They wouldn't fit. And luckily, we'd only done one to test it. And then we ordered turkey bags. They wouldn't fit. We had to get like large turkey bags to put these things in. But keep in mind, guys tell you all the time, oh, they break their legs. They get so big. They have heart attacks. Maybe, probably, depending. But I mean, we were 105 degrees this summer.
Yeah.
These birds went through that. They went through
the freeze.
0 degrees and snow all around the entire pen with no insulation. All I did was put some wood mulch down in there for them. And these things are still alive. We're coming up on a year right now. But they're probably over a year right now. And these birds, I mean, this is like, it is not an exaggeration. When we killed one months ago, I killed a hen and brought it inside, and that thing was 15 pounds.
Yeah, that was months ago.
Months and months ago. So these things, I'll bet you they're every bit of 20 pounds. And their legs ain't broken. They walk around. They look goofy as can be. They are 3 times the size of our big chickens. But they're out there, man, and he's like a little bulldozer, and I'm just going to let him go until he dies. We're going to see, because you hear that all the time. Just people always tell you some shit, but they've never done it. That's the point to it.
They're just repeating something.
Yeah, somebody else told them.
We always talk about how if it's not man-made, then they somehow survived without man already.
Well, they are man-made. They're hybrid.
Oh, okay.
There is something that, and I don't know, because I do have 2 hens with him, and something is mounting the hell out of one of these hens. She has she is so big, she has no feathers on her drumsticks and like the lower half of her body, because something's jumping on her and mating her, I would assume. Could they, I feel like they're sterile, or I remember hearing something. They are man-made. They take some kind of bird and breed it to this other bird to get them. And I've always heard you cannot take their eggs and hatch them. Now, the hens are laying eggs. They're too big to get in the nest boxes. And then also, with that said, those 4 turkeys are actually getting up in the other nest boxes and laying eggs in the nest boxes all the time right now. Also,
turkey eggs.
Yeah, I eat them for breakfast every morning.
I can't say I've ever even heard of that.
They're about 20% bigger than a jumbo chicken egg.
Are they like
speckled,
long and skinny?
Yeah, they kind of are. Yeah,
because I know the guinea eggs were long and skinny like that.
Yeah, the guinea eggs are small though.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta pee. Let's go eat lunch and do this.
Trying to tear us down, tear us down.